I actually hinted to my son, and I did ask him permission actually, if Ibu needs to use some of your money first, would it be okay? It wasn't nice, to be honest, to have to go through that. Yeah. Hi, I'm Siti Mastura from MDF Group. I'm a single mom to a 15-year-old teenager, and today I'm sharing with you my $50,000 bankruptcy story. Previously, I was working as a senior support and sales rep, with a medical device company specialized in heart devices like pacemakers and defibrillators to assist patients with irregular heart rhythms. So back then, I was working very closely with the doctors and the nurses. Initially, I was trying out in business because I developed a liking for authentic designer bags at that time. So I was like thinking, why not, try to take some pre-orders to get me going, to get extra income for myself and my family. That was the reason. That was one of the reasons why I decided to slowly move into full entrepreneurship. Of course, initially it started online platform, friends taking pre-orders and all. Then when I ventured out, I started doing selling outdoors, like to teachers in school, at hotel events, things like that. So I started to do more outdoor events on top of taking pre-orders online. So, as usual during corporate times, we needed to have credit cards to do some advanced bookings and stuff like that. And honestly, I was managing my credit cards well before I was doing the business. Like, I paid on time, no interest and all these things. However, when I started to need more stocks for the fares and everything, I started to sign the credit cards. Initially, it was manageable, but eventually it became not so straightforward. The moment when I started to pay off minimum payment, that was when I realized how quickly it snowballed from 30,000 all the way to $50,000. So at the time when it reached 50,000, I was actually still paying. It's just that it was getting harder to pay larger amounts, so I started to pay smaller amounts, minimum amount, and it just kept rolling and rolling. Along the way, we learn. So I have to admit that I was not good at managing my money. I could have, and I thought that I knew it all. I think that was the ego part of me as well. Like, I could just switch, I could just jump without seeking more knowledge on how to manage a business. But deep inside, yes, I was trying to make others happy with their purchases, but only I knew how bad it was, how deep in debts I was at that time. Officially entered in 2017, when the debts were actually piling up late 2013. That was how long I dragged. Yes, at that point of time, I was still married, and I was actually handling it all by myself. I didn't share much of my issues with him, and he also actually he let me manage my own business and everything. He didn't really pry into it so much. First time I came clean, he did accompany me to seek out some solutions, but at that time, I don't know. I didn't take action. But later on, when all these letters started to surface, I started hiding it. Like, I didn't want to share anything until the major letter came. No, the divorce was not solely because of the debts. Personal valid reason, I must say that I decided to walk away from the marriage. However, I won't deny that having debts definitely caused tension at that point of time. When it was really, really bad, I used to cry at night. I used to put my son to sleep, right? So I would look at him, I would just ponder what's going on. I mean, I knew that the problems, the issues were still ongoing. It's always playing at the back of my head. And of course, there was guilt like, like I things like, I shouldn't have done this, I could have done that, to the point that there was a time where I actually hinted to my son, and I did ask him permission actually, if Ibu needs to use some of your money first, would it be okay? It wasn't nice, to be honest, to have to go through that. Yeah. I mean, towards the end, towards the more serious incidents, and of course, I decided, okay, I need to come clean with my parents, and I really, really appreciate that, they did not flare up, they did not like use words against me, like why did you do this, or they didn't say like apa macam like failure ke apa tu. No, the question was, why didn't you come forward earlier? Why did you keep it all to yourself? Like we could have been there earlier for you, even if it's not on the financial part, but the moral support. Because by then I was like really, really emotionally drained. I don't know how many nights I cry, live in fear, that kind of thing, because all the letters were coming in. And at that time, my parents were staying with me, so they also got those experiences where I wasn't at home. And I remember my mom was the one who actually had to face the officer when they came with the letter and all that.
Saya Ramlan bin Abdullah, ayah kepada Siti Mastura. Begitu juga dengan isteri saya.
Kalsum binti Ramli, ibu kepada Siti Mastura.
Bila Mastura memberitahu kami tentang keadaan kewangan dia, sebagai ibu bapa, kita agak terperanjatlah. Dan itu satu berita yang tidak kami jangkakan. Kerana sebelum tu ada sedikit kebimbangan lah dengan cara modalnya dikeluarkan, cara barang-barang yang dibeli. Sebab kami tahu barang-barang tu semua bukan barang-barang yang murah. Barang-barang yang harga yang agak premium ya.
Makcik pun rasa bimbang mula-mula bila dapat tahu pasal ni kan. Pasal pernah ada pegawai, tak tahulah pegawai daripada mana datang nak jumpa personally, bawa surat. Habis dia cakap pasal mungkin nak lelong barang-barang dekat rumah. Itu yang buat makcik rasa takut. Jadi setiap kali ada orang ketuk pintu, makcik rasa takut pasal makcik selalu sendirian kat rumah.
Bila datang itu, kita berbincang juga dan saya berkongsi pendapat tentang apa yang perlu dilakukan bila didatangi orang-orang sebegitu, supaya kita dapat bukan menyelesaikan tapi mengurangkan kebimbangan yang mungkin ada ketika itu. Sebelum tu, segala keputusan dalam perniagaan dia tu, dia mau buat sendiri setelah melalui detik-detik payah ni. Jadi mungkin lebih terbuka untuk mendengar pandangan dari kami.
Masa ni memang rasa bersyukur sangatlah dia dapat lalui cara penghidupan yang sekarang ni, dan dia pun rasanya dia pun macam begitu tabah untuk menghadapi apa-apa juga masalah, dan kasih sayang daripada makcik pun rasanya lebih lah.
Ya, pesan sebagai seorang ayah, mungkin juga untuk bagi pihak ibunya juga, untuk Siti Mastura, dengan apa yang dilakukan sekarang ini, teruskan. Tapi yang penting dari segi kehidupan dan pendirian dia tu, mudah-mudahan bertambahlah kematangan dan pemikiran dia dalam nak melakukan sesuatu perkara tu. Buatlah pertimbangan yang sewajarnya.
Cik selalu doakan dia berjaya dalam apa sahaja yang dia buat, dan dia permudahkan segala urusan dia, dan dia tabah menghadapi apa-apa juga cabaran. Itu je.
Where am I? Alhamdulillah, I have officially settled all the repayment. I am discharged in February 2023. I just cannot describe I cannot describe the feeling inside. It's really it feels like the burden has been lifted, and it's like officially lifted, and it feels like a whole new me. Alhamdulillah, I'm so thankful lah. I'm really thankful. You know, like I've come this far, alhamdulillah, and yeah, it's such a huge achievement for me. I just want to share that in life, no matter what happens, there are always choices to be made. Sometimes the choices have to be painful ones. That pain, when we handle it, when we want to focus on removing that pain, it will be a blessing actually. And I hope to give hope to all those who are in similar situations, that if you do not give up, if you choose, okay, it's always about choice. If you choose to rise from the situation, if you choose to seek that solution, to step forward, God willing, there will be a way out for you.